Hello. We're gonna give it a minute here, let people trickle in, and we can get started. I'm gonna get some water. I'll let the customer know I'm fixing his computer. Alrighty. Well, I didn't really check to see if this thing was. I don't know if we'll be using the overhead or not, but I should probably turn it on anyways, right? Okay. So today we are fixing up a computer of a good buddy of mine. He built this a few years back, and yeah, it just needs a little TLC. So we're gonna fix it up for him. We did a bunch of diagnostic work on it previously. What's up, Mark? How we doing? We did a bunch of diagnostic work on this thing previously to try and figure out, pinpoint what might be wrong with it. Come on, you gonna give that up? You know, let me have the GPU back. There we go. That's better. There we go. Okay, this is my GPU. He can't have it. How are we doing today, Mark? All right, so today we've got, this is a stream PC for my buddy Dr. Weird 28. If you like watching Escape from Tarkov, you can find him on twitch.tv, probably /Dr. Weird 28. He brought it in because recently he was having some issues. It wouldn't turn on at all. He tested out, I think he tested out just trying to see if the CPU cooler was working, and maybe did a couple of things with his RAM. Wasn't able to get it to boot, so he brought it to me. We checked out, seeing if it was the power supply. Wasn't the power supply. Wasn't the CPU cooler. Wasn't any of his drives or his RAM. So it comes down to it's either his motherboard or his CPU. So we went ahead and bought both. So we got a new motherboard here. We got a little Asrock B550M Pro DDR4. Nice little cheap motherboard. And then we've got a Ryzen 5 5600, another like nice budget build. This is not a super expensive computer. What he's got in it has been working for him until it stopped working altogether. So we're gonna give him kind of a pretty minor upgrade here and get this thing back up and running for him so he can get back to streaming. All right, what's up, AT? How we doing? Probably. So yeah, we're gonna, there's two options of what could be wrong. It's gonna be either the motherboard or the CPU. And since we're gonna replace both, we can test out the CPU and see if it is the CPU with a new one. But if we're gonna replace them both, we might as well just pull the motherboard out, replace it, put the new one in, and see if we can get it to post and boot up with the new CPU and motherboard. If not, then who knows what's happening. But we did I used a donor power supply, didn't boot with that. I tried each of the RAM sticks individually, didn't boot with that. I tried new RAM that I have sitting around, didn't boot with that. We replaced the thermal paste and reseated the CPU cooler, that didn't work either. So there's really only two options to get, or there's really only two things left that could cause it to not boot, and that's either the motherboard or the CPU. Most likely it's the motherboard, but he agreed to do an upgraded CPU and motherboard for just a couple $100. So we're gonna get to it. Is it worth checking if the older hardware is still good? Yeah, we'll check. I'll definitely check to see if the old CPU is still good. We'll just pop it in the new motherboard real quick, and if it works, then obviously it's still good. Man, that USB 3 is really in there. Mark, what's up? We got both Marks over here, over on Kick. Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, no matter what, he's gonna get both of the new ones. But if the old CPU is still good, he told me I could have it, and I'll just use it for some testing stuff around here. Cool. The the sheath thing came out of the motherboard. The pins are still there, thankfully, but the plastic sheath, I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Oh. This black piece, that's supposed to be on the motherboard right there. Let's see if we can get it out. Because we would like to be able, I think he would like to be able to have his USB on the case. Come on. Ouch. Keeps pinching my fingers. My goodness. Hey, there we go. So that was supposed to remain attached to the motherboard. So, whatever. He doesn't need that anymore. Okay. We're going to take out, this is his boot drive right here, this SSD. So we're going to take that out and we'll put that in the new motherboard. And then he also has a secondary SSD that apparently he said he couldn't ever get working. We'll keep this one as the boot drive, and then we're just gonna stick this one in there and make sure that we can get it working in the new PC or the new motherboard, because apparently it's been just sitting in his it's just been sitting in his computer, not using it because he couldn't get it to work for some reason. So 2 drives. Those will go back in. He also has a hard drive here, but we can just leave that as is. We're gonna take all this other stuff out. We got a USB there. There's one of our fans. Got all of our front panel connectors. HD audio, another fan. And then we are going to have to pull off this CPU cooler again because he's reusing that. So we'll take it off now while the motherboard's still attached. Okay, that's where I put it. Lost my screwdriver for a second. Get all these loosened up a little bit. All right, now we can take them off all the way. Yeah, I actually have some interesting content ideas that I can actually utilize his old CPU for. So he was more than happy to let me keep it. Dr. Weird is actually one of the first people in the streaming world that I ever met. Met him back in early 2020 when I first started streaming. Oops. Okay. Come on. I think that should be good. Yep, we're good. Come on. There we go. Hey, look, CPU stayed. It's great. I mean, this is brand new thermal paste, so I would hope that it would stay, but you never know with AM4, it sometimes just likes to come on out. All right, so we're gonna, well, maybe we'll clean it. Let's clean it first and then I'll pull it out. So what he has in there right now, I think, is a Ryzen 5 3600, and we're gonna replace it with the Ryzen 5 5600G, which is nice because it has, is it 5600G, right? Yeah, the 5600G, which is nice because it has onboard graphics. So if he ever starts having problems with his GPU, he can see if he can get his computer to post with and turn on just with his CPU onboard graphics. So for really no extra cost, he's getting that little added benefit. What is the worst oops moment you've had during a PC build or repair? One time when I was trying to cut zip ties on, I don't know if this is the worst, but it's the one that stands out. I was like, doing the zip ties for the cable management on the back, and I went to cut one of the zip ties off because I had put it on wrong or something, and I clipped an RGB cable and cut it. So then I had to find a full replacement fan for it because I had cut the cable. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Okay. Everything is disconnected now. We've got CPU out. It's over there, relatively safe. It's time to pull off all the screws for the motherboard and get this old motherboard out of here. We also went through and cleaned the PC real well. I think he said he tries to do a decent job of keeping it clean. It wasn't absolutely terrible, but there's definitely some areas where I could tell it needed a little extra cleansing. So I went through and cleaned it with my data vac, which gets any hint of dust out of there. So it's nice and very clean now. Was totally expecting some fried big dollar hardware item. No, I've never broken anything like that. I've had components get broken, like early on, I had some GPUs get damaged in shipping. So like those are like the worst like oopsies in the sense of like I just didn't know any better when I first started building and was like shipping stuff to people. So that was definitely the most expensive. Like I've had a couple of GPUs break in shipping, and so I had to front the cost of those, and that was in 2020. So GPUs were extra expensive back then. I think they were just 3080s, and they cost, I don't know, they were $1,000 a piece. That was it was expensive. Okay, I think we've got all of the we've got all of them out of there. Yeah, we did. Okay, so there is the old motherboard. We're gonna toss this out. It's gone. And we're gonna gently toss it away. We don't need it anymore. And this can go with it. The new one should have a back plate on it already. Yeah, thankfully, no, I've never broken anything like that. Thankfully, yet. All right, last thing we need to do, it might match, but it probably doesn't, so we gotta take this thing out as well. Don't need that. We're gonna put in the new one from Asrock. This is a Asrock B550M Pro 4. Nice little motherboard. You know, very good value. Okay, let's make sure I put it in the right way. This motherboard was, I think, under $100, or like right around $100. It's kind of hard to beat. Especially for a system that he's not pushing hard, he doesn't edit on this. He literally just needs it to stream and be able to record, you know? Corner going too? Looks like it did. Cool. Yo, what's up, Doc? How we doing? All right, so, since you just got here, I took the front panel off and everything that was kind of in here beforehand and wiped everything down I could get to on the inside, took the front panel off and blasted the crap out of it with my data vac. So this thing is gonna look way cleaner than when you dropped it off. It should look maybe not as clean as new, but pretty darn close. So I think you'll be pretty happy with that. We pulled the CPU cooler off, and then we just finished pulling the motherboard off. So we're ready to install the new motherboard. You can even have some extra SATA cables if you want them. You shouldn't need them, but you know, if you want them. You can have an Asrock disk for the optical drive that you don't have, because nobody does anymore. It wasn't super dirty inside, because I did a little bit of cleaning inside, like when I first got it from you. But it was the front panel and the front fans and stuff were definitely pretty dirty. Like you just needed something like significantly more powerful to get it like really clean. So I thankfully the data vac I have is like super powerful. So we facilitated that, don't you worry. All right, so got that on there. The holes are all lining up. That's great. We have a myriad of random bolts, so we're just gonna use those. What was wrong with the PC again? So we're not 100% sure if it was the motherboard or the CPU. We're pretty darn sure it was the motherboard that died, but Doc agreed to replace the motherboard and the CPU, and then let me have the old CPU to do some like fun testing stuff I have planned later on. So we got the this new B550M from Asrock, and then we have this Ryzen 5 5600G to put in there. The grand total of the two components is only It was like $300, maybe a little bit less. Oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I've seen much worse, but yeah, it wasn't clean per se. Doc used 2 different kinds of screws to hold down his old motherboard. It's an interesting choice. Maybe a style choice. You never know. I think this is the only computer Doc ever built, so you can't really be too hard on him. Yeah, it's not too bad. Just a couple $100 to fix it. I mean, he's gotten 3.5 years out of this PC, and some of the parts weren't even new when he built it. Like, he got a couple of hand-me-downs from his brother. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to complain when you get that much life out of a PC like this, you know. All right, I'm gonna put this SSDs in right now. Don't ask me why I'm doing it in this order, because I can. I like to think of it as a patchwork job. That's right, we're patching the wounds and starting fresh, you know. Okay, so here's his old boot drive. We're gonna put that in first. Okay, that's in nice and snug. And we're gonna take this guy off. Oops. Oh look, Doc, you can even put it, they have a little Wi-Fi thing here if you ever need to add Wi-Fi to your, or Bluetooth to your motherboard. There's a little built-in M.2 card you can add. I mean, it doesn't come with the card, but you don't have to like buy a full like PCIe card. You can just use the little M.2 card. Okay, there's that, take that out of here. Then here's the SSD that he said he wasn't able to get working. I don't remember why it wasn't able to work before, but hopefully we'll solve that. Nothing wrong with that. I have duct tape holding your motherboard down, crazy glue holding the AIO. Hey, that's all it takes, man. You just got to make sure it works, right? Something stupid, but it works. It ain't exactly as stupid, is it? Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. All right, let's get. Because you're incompetent? Well, there's that. Yeah, but I figured if there was like a real issue, your brother could have helped you. Okay, I need to try this again. I'm worried I'm gonna pull the SSD out of its slot. Okay, try this again. Okay, SSD down and inserted there. Okay, I think we got it that time. Yo, what's up, Leah? Hey, thank you so much for the follow on Kick as well. I saw that come through. Oh, it's Colin. What's up, Colin? I think I said Leah, but I meant to say Leal. But Colin, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Okay, so we've got the boot drive here. This is the empty drive that he wasn't able to get working last time, so hopefully we'll get that going. And now we can just kind of go through and reattach all of the stuff he had in here. So there's our HD audio. This is a USB 2. I don't know if that goes, I assume it goes to the front of his, I think it goes to the front of his case there. We've got a fan here, which we can run up there like he had before. Is there a better, so there's one fan header there, and there's 2 up there. Let's fix that. Okay, we're gonna fix a little bit of the cable management in here. Okay, so we got these 2 front fans coming in back here. I don't remember if I promised that I would fix his cable management, but we're gonna try and at least make it a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna put one of these CPU fan headers, or one of these front fan headers there. And then we're gonna put the other one here. I think that'll just make it look a little cleaner. Just like that. Same thing here. Got our front panel connectors. You're everywhere, Colin. All right, let's see. So that's these guys here. All right, what do we have? We have HDD, LED, power switch, reset switch. Okay. So we're gonna do HDD LED first. Okay, that's in. Reset switch, which goes right next to it. Power switch, which is gonna go above
It's a
the
trap!
reset
It's
switch.
a trap!
Hey, Colin, thank you so much for the sub, my guy. Appreciate that, dude. And then we've got our power LEDs. We're gonna go just like that. Oh, no, they're not gonna go like that because they refuse. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. Front panel headers, like that's all of our that's how you're gonna turn the computer on, reset it, all that good stuff. That's all there. We're gonna move this USB 2.0 so that it doesn't stick through as much. It's gonna stick right down there. You know, changed my mind. I didn't see these fan headers before. We're gonna use one of those. Okay. Okay, we've got our CPU power. Let's get that in here. Just a nice little 8-pin. Of course, I didn't know you streamed on there too. You've been watching me on here. Hey, I'm more than happy for you to watch on YouTube. I like people, being on Kick as well, but YouTube is where I'm trying to get monetized and stuff for ad revenue and all that. So I'm more than happy for you to be on YouTube. Okay. I imagine you saying, "It's a trap!" Like that. Okay. So we've got all that. We can get our motherboard power connected. I realize we're doing this in a little bit of a nonsensical way because typically we would have the CPU in before we did any of this, but we're just kind of rolling with it. It's gonna be a very unorthodox build here today because it's not really a true build. It's an upgrade and repair. It's a repair, really. It's not an upgrade. Okay. The motherboard in on the way. There we go. I heard it click that time. Okay. So that's all good. We need to clean off that. I know it's brand new CPU thermal paste, but I'm a little bit obsessive and we want to make sure that everything works. So we're gonna clean that off, okay? Don't sass me. Got a little bit of alcohol. Oh yeah. It's gonna look like brand new aluminum when we're done with it. That's pretty close to brand new looking, right? It looks almost like brand new aluminum. It's good enough for government work, right? Hey, Doc's PC is getting a facelift. Well, I don't know so much about a facelift as much as it's getting repaired. So Doc will be able to stream again after this, okay? Okay, so we should probably mount our CPU, yeah? It's probably a good idea. So again, Ryzen 5 5600G. He's gonna have onboard graphics with this, and along with his 3060, I think. Can't remember exactly what it was. Oh, you guys, we don't have to reuse this. I totally forgot. I'm gonna keep this. We'll put it somewhere else. Maybe we'll use it, but you guys, I totally forgot. It comes with its own cooler. I just wasted all that time. How could you let me do that? How could you? Can't believe y'all.
What is good, Red?
I cannot believe you guys would let me do that. All right, Ryzen 5, 5600. I might steal that to put the old CPU in, so let's keep that up there. We've got the silver triangle. There's a triangle here on the motherboard as well. I know you guys can't see it because for some reason, I'm doing this standing up. There it is, 5600G installed. Soul Reaper, what's up, my guy? How we doing? You're all for brand new? Me too. All right, let's take this. We're gonna put the old CPU in here for now. Sorry, Doc, you don't get to have this. If you ever need another thing fixed, you can just bring your computer to me again, okay? But I'm stealing this for now. Ryzen 5 3600. It's mine. Can't have it. Okay, that's in there. Now what we need to do is we got to take these pre-installed brackets off because for reasons unknown to man, their super basic cooler that they give out these days doesn't use their pre-installed brackets. So, you know, who knows what AMD was thinking, but we can't use those. Okay. So this also has pre-applied thermal paste, which is nice. Don't have to do that. Yo, what's up, Mark? Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Yeah, dude, I'm having a good Friday. Went and had a cigar earlier with my boy. And then now we're here. I should say we had a cigar and some good whiskey, and now we're here. Oh yeah, don't worry. I wouldn't put too much, Colin. I know. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. Okay, so now's the fun part where I get to try and hold the back on and get these guys started. This is totally the pro method of doing this, don't worry. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Why are some of these like not, why are those not accessible? Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do this with it laying down and just get my hand underneath this side. So, in case you're wondering, there's nothing holding the back plate on at this point. So you kind of just have to know what you're doing here. Which clearly I don't know what I'm doing, because otherwise I wouldn't have had this problem. Good. I realize you guys can't see anything that's happening, but I can't do anything about that at this point. Nope, that didn't stick. Cool. That feels like it's on there. But it's not. Okay, since I can't see it from that orientation, we're gonna try this way. Did trap fill you in on my PC? Yes. Why is that not going in? It's literally right there. I can see it. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. I don't think that's the actual term, but whatever. You building gives me less anxiety when I do it. I'm way too careful. I mean, I am being careful. Just maybe like, it's just maybe not as obvious. I mean, I know where I need to be like really careful and where I can be like a little bit less careful. This is one of those things where it doesn't matter that much. Okay, just go back around one more time. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Tightened all the way. That's tightened all the way. Tightened all the way. Okay, now we're good. Maybe a little extra thermal paste in places where it doesn't quite belong, but it's the beauty of non-conductive thermal paste, okay? It's not gonna cause any problems. Okay, there's that. We can now get our RAM in, because we totally didn't forget about that. The RAM is still a little bit dusty, because I forgot. It wasn't in the case when I cleaned it, okay? It's not my fault. It already looks cleaner through the smudge screen. Oh, should probably switch to that one. You have more skill, I need to be careful or I break stuff? Yeah, exactly. So this is, I mean, we can consider this a computer build, right? We're gonna call this a computer build. This is build number 167 for me. 167 computers passed through these I was gonna say fingers and then I was gonna say hands and then I messed them both up. 167 computers have passed through these hands and emerged the other side a completed computer. Pretty cool, huh? I think it's pretty cool. One thing we need to check here, sometimes some of these SATA ports get disabled if you're using these M.2 slots. So let's just double check that that's not the case. Sometimes it'll say it here in the early stuff expansion slots. Okay, it doesn't say. Audio storage. Okay, so the 6X things. M.2_2, which, hold on, is there a image here? M.2_2, which I believe is our secondary drive. Yep, so our boot drive here is M.2_2, borrows the lanes from SATA's 3, 5, and 6. So we can't use 3, 5, or 6 for our SATA, or sorry, SATA 3, 5, and, yeah, SATA 3 numbers 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 are 14 and 15 on here, so I just can't use either of these bottom ones. So we'll use one of these top ones there, and then we'll be good. So I'm just gonna stick it here, like that. And then we'll kind of get that out of the way. Perfect. This is why you have to have the manual sometimes. You should move those trays if you aren't using them. They're not mine. Well, he's using this tray down here, and this one is riveted in, so we're not removing that. This one cannot be removed. This one's being used, so. I think this top tray is actually for an optical drive. Like, that has an open spot there. That's an optical drive. That's not a like 3.5-inch drive bay. I'm building I'm technically repairing a PC, right, Tech? Dr. Weird 28, I don't know if you know him. He's one of my good buddies. I've known him since like the beginning days of me streaming. This computer just kind of stopped working on him recently. So we offered to help fix it for a price, you know? We do special price. But yeah, so we're fixing up his computer. This is still a little bit dusty, but I'm not gonna touch it with a cloth or anything. All right, at this point, this should be all we have left. Everything else is plugged in. We just need to plug in the GPU, put a power cable to it, and then we'll try and work on the cable management a little bit. The old cable management definitely left something to be desired, so I cleaned the computer, we're gonna fix the computer, and then we'll make it look a little bit better. Okay. That sound okay to everybody? The GPU is worth big money in Tarkov. It's true. It is worth something in Tarkov, that is for sure. It's made in China. Well, the PCB is made in China. I don't know about the rest of it. Okay. Put a couple of these guys back. I think some of them were just missing before, but put as many of them back as we have. Come on, there we go. Can't hold it in place. Oh, that might be one of the ones for putting the case panels back on. Maybe this one goes for these. Ah, that's better. I left the cable management in a style to keep people guessing what was connected to what. Smart, smart. Okay, got one more of these. Got a couple more of these. Started from the bottom, now we hear, ah! Don't fall. Okay. Am I missing one of these guys? I think I'm missing one of these. No, this is one of these. Maybe I'm missing one of these for the side panels. I'm sure I can find it. It's just not here, you know? Never let them know your next move. That's right, Doc. Never let them know what's coming next. That's how you keep them on their toes. It's the sign of a good offense, you know? All right, there we go. That's all installed. Let's get our, here's our GPU power cable. Maybe kind of unwrangle it here from the back. I'm gonna run it through this little slot since that's what it's there for, kind of. Just a single 8-pin power cable. There we go. Just a little more in there. Come on. Is that over the top? Okay, I guess that's all the way on. Kind of looks like it's not quite on. Right, Tech, how we doing, man? How's your night going? Okay, so I think everything's plugged in because I didn't unplug. Nope, I never unplugged the hard drive. So let's see if there's anything we can do here. There's not really a whole lot of cable management spots on this case, so we're just gonna do our best. Okay, we're just gonna do what we can. And you know, if our best is not good enough, then it's not good enough. It's fine. Gosh. Hold on. Cable management little channel thing is so small. There we go. I got it. Okay. Here's that. Guess I need to go the other way with my zip ties. Ooh, you changed your color to red. Just finished one long YouTube video and one Facebook video. Ooh, you gonna tell us what they're about? Give us the scoop. Give us the scoop, right, Tech? We wanna know. Okay. Oh, it's not staying tight. Okay. All right. So now we got all this extra stuff over here. All these extra cables, man. This is the bummer about if you have a non-modular power supply. Stuff like this happens and there's not really much you can do about it. You have all this extra cable that even if you're not using it, you can't take it out. There's nothing you can do. I think on this hard drive, what we can do, YouTube is a video from Duo Gameplay with your favorite Duos partner. Oh, I didn't know you played with Heinrich recently. Got it. Not sure if that made any difference, but hopefully it did. And Facebook videos about how hard solos is. Nice. Like in like a helpful way, like how can people do better in solos, or just like share your pain sort of feel. Now you see why there were so many cables. I do see that. But I still think we can make it better. I do think we can make it better, okay? Have faith. Have faith in me. No, just the end game? Okay. All right, see you later, Mark. Appreciate you hanging out, dude. Okay, I think, as much as I don't really want to put it up here, I think this is the only place where it's really gonna fit properly. I think we're just gonna have to stick it up there. Okay. So it's still not gonna be perfect, but you know, I think this is gonna be the best you can ask for, and it's certainly gonna be far and away better than what you had previously. I mean, not to toot my own horn here, but it was pretty bad before. I think we can include this in this little bundle here. Like we said, guys, this was Doc's first build ever, and I think only build, so, you know, we're not gonna make fun of him too much. You should have seen the cable management on my first build, the one I did for myself. It's not great. In fact, even the gaming PC that I built for myself after that, the cable management wasn't incredible either, so, you know, I can't really fault him too much. Go back through there. What's up, Josh? How we doing? Careful in there. There's no telling what that Dr. Weird has stashed in there. It's true. You don't know. You never know what could be in here. Don't worry. He opened it up in front of me with him there before I started working on it, so we don't have to be too scared. We don't have to be too scared about it, you know? Okay. Sorry, Doc. I'm just using zip ties at this point. I'm not getting any more of my precious cable ties. I'm just kidding. It just I think zip ties right here just makes sense. Okay. I mean, that one's not perfect, but in terms of before and after, I think that's pretty darn good. And we're just gonna pull this guy down a little more. It's not quite tight, but it's, you know, not so loose there. Streamer loop for sure. He told me I had to do this live so I didn't steal anything out of here, you know? He doesn't want me getting his data. Okay. What do we think of that, chat? How's that look? I don't know if y'all didn't really get to see too much of the before because I had already kind of been taking stuff apart. But what you guys saw as the beginning of tonight was really no worse than it was previously. Not bad for a repair, huh? Not too bad. Also, I'm sorry, Doc, but I'm doing this. All right, you guys ready? There's a peel on here. Oh, you guys can't see the bottom of the case. Hold on. You guys can't see the bottom of the case there. Now you can. Look at this. See this right there? That's a peel that he never took off the case. We're gonna do it right now. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music off and we're gonna get real quiet. And then we're gonna, hold on, I gotta turn the music off. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna get real quiet and see if we can hear this peel. Ready? No, Doc did not consent to this. You saved the peel for me? You just knew it was gonna happen? Okay. So that is, I mean, that thing's done. We can put this, see if we can get the rear plate on. Perfect. Fits, no problem. Got a little bit of dust back there. Okay. All right, that looks a lot better. Okay. Who wants to see us turn this thing on? Thank goodness I had my sweat rag in my lap. Give the moonshine to the scavs. Might come back with a GPU. You never know. You never know. Be nice to them, they might be nice to you. Who's ready to see this thing? Who's ready to see this thing fired up? It's just water, Josh. Don't worry. I drank my whiskey earlier today. Had a nice whiskey while I was smoking my cigars. You know. Hi, baby. Avery, can you hear me? Yo, what's up, William? I'm fixing your brother's computer. Well, it should be fixed now, hopefully. All right, let me walk you through what we did. First, I cleaned this monstrosity because it was dirty. Okay, I took my data vac, which is probably the best like $80 I've ever spent. This data vac from Metrovac, incredible. Does so much better than any air like can of air would ever do. Then You know, we did all the diagnostic work previously, pulled it all out, swapped in for a new motherboard, little B550M from Asrock, threw in the 5600G from AMD. We got a new CPU cooler in there, and then just reassembled, fixed up all of the cable management, which, again, atrocious. And now it should be working. So let's see what happens. Can we get some, wait, can we get some fire emojis in the chat? Can we get some fire emojis in the chat? Yo, it's digital. Fully digital. Will it turn on? Nobody knows. The sound of peels and meat cooking are S tier ASMR. You're not wrong, Rednek. You're not wrong. All right, I need some fire emojis in the chat so we can turn this baby on. I think there's even some RGB on this thing. I don't know, maybe not, but. We'll leave the lights on. We don't know if there's actually any RGB. There we go. We got some stuff. Uncle Bud coming in. Rednek coming in with the wow. Whiskey Warlock, what's up? How we doing? William Fox coming in with some, aka Fully Digital, coming in with those fire emojis. You don't have any idea how to do the fire emoji? Dr. Weird is an old man. Okay, got it. All right. We ready? It's powered on back there. Let's do it. If this restarts, I'm going to be really upset. I hear the hard drive spinning. I don't remember if it actually did that before. So previously, it would turn off after just a couple seconds. So it's doing its initial boot sequence. Got the CPU DRAM stuff going. CPU and boot. It might have to do that a couple times since it's new hardware. It's gonna be like, oh, what's going on? I don't know what happened. All right. It did spin before, but then it would turn off. Everything would turn off. Okay, by now it would have turned off before. So I think we're good. It's still on. Everything's moving. Obviously, I can't tell for sure until I hook it up to this monitor, but that means I won't be able to see you guys talking. So that's a predicament that I'm in, is I can plug this in and we'll be able to tell if it's working, but I can't read chat on this monitor anymore if I want to read, or if I want to see what's happening on here. So I can pull up one chat on here. I can pull up my YouTube chat on here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Got my YouTube channel. Oh my God, that's so small. I'm surprised the motherboard went out. I've only had a single NVMe slot go bad in double-digit units before. Yeah, apparently you knew how to destroy the motherboard. It's Patrick Starr. Okay. I'm sorry. Kick chat. I won't be able to read you for a minute. We're gonna see here if computer works. Oh, it says new CPU installed. Hold on, I also have another idea. I have an idea, chat. Just give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna make something happen. Something you probably didn't even think possible, okay? Give me a second. We don't need this overhead anymore. So we're gonna swap some stuff around. Then you guys are gonna be able to see what I'm seeing, okay? If I can find the cable on the floor. Somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. 1 moment, please. Ignore the weird squeaking sounds you're hearing. There's nothing I can do about it. Going as fast as I can. Need longer HDMI cables. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, hold on. I think I need to disable and re-enable that source. I'm trying, chat. I'm trying. Maybe if I disconnect it and reconnect it. Let's try that. Sometimes that'll do the trick. Ha-ha! It worked! Start a new shift at work, got normal hours and schedule. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, this is great news. That means it's recognizing that we've got the new CPU. The motherboard is clearly working on this one. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't try and skip past the BIOS. Oh, shoot. My monitor keeps reverting back to the display port. There it is. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's see how old the BIOS is on this thing. Microcode update. Is it advanced? I don't remember. Instant flash. Hardware monitor. I don't remember where on the ASUS or the Asrock BIOS it shows. Oh, that's good. We're seeing all 3 SSDs on here, so that's good. I don't remember. Maybe it's just this in main here, this microcode update. That might be the BIOS level. Either way, we should probably just update the BIOS. Better get him a free copy of Tarkov for this. Oops, I don't know what I just did. I think I just pinned something. Whoops. Okay, so that's working. I don't want to accidentally share any of Doc's information, so we should probably end the stream here before anything like doxing happens. Doxing. But I'm really glad that worked. Everything went super smooth. We can double check later, and I'll see if this old CPU is working with a different motherboard. But other than that, that went smooth. We've got this computer working again. It's recognizing all 3 storage devices. He's got his boot drive, a second SSD, and his hard drive. Mission success. All right. First repair of 2024 went swimmingly. My capture card that this thing is connected to is hanging by a thread, so we should probably stop this as soon as possible. Or I'll just let it here. There's a lot of stress on this cable right now because the capture card is quite literally being held in the air by cables. So not great. Biking's going good, Wes. Biking's going good. Okay, Doc's gonna be able to stream again. I'm gonna get this finished up tonight. There should only be a couple things I need to do. I'll have to have Doc text me the password so I can get in. And yeah, I'm glad it went so well. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you're not yet, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. We're putting out content constantly, and we're trying to get monetized on there. So, you know, go subscribe to the YouTube and, you know, go watch some videos so that we can get that 4,000 watch hours, because we're well over halfway there, growing every day, but I want to get there faster, okay? I want to get there faster. All right. Thank you guys so much. You better have some Swedish fish in there. No, he did not. Come on and try out the EFT Arena. If someone buys Tarkov for me, I will try it out, okay? Someone buy it for me, I'll try it out. But yeah, Wes, I've been on the bike twice. It's clearly completely transformed my physique. No, never mind, it hasn't. But I do feel good about it. It's, you know, it's feeling good. My legs feel good. I'm, you know, getting exercise. So it's nice. It's nice to be doing that again. Yeah, I would be willing to try out Arena. I obviously, like, I need a Sherpa, but I'd be willing to try out Arena if someone pays for it. Like, if someone pays for me to have Tarkov, then I'll try it out. Otherwise, I probably won't. Yeah, if someone pays for it, hint, hint, whoever, then I will try out Tarkov Arena. But without that, yeah. I want to see you do a build stream or gaming stream while on the bike. I would have to bring that here. I don't think I could do that from my house. I would have to literally bring the bike to my office. That sounds like a lot of work. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think I'm gonna carry the bike back down the stairs of my house to the truck, bring it here, up the stairs here, just for one stream. Sorry. It is Fitness Friday. You're right. I might go exercise when I go home, but considering I've had a couple cigars and a good amount of whiskey, I don't know if I'm gonna exercise tonight. I did exercise yesterday though. That is so much work, whiskey. It's way too much work to do. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's just not, unfortunately. Okay, well, I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube so that you can see all the content and go watch some fun content. We've got some really good videos out there. And I think you guys, you know, there might be something on there that you like. Maybe even go back and watch an old one, like the, maybe go watch the one where I did the one chip challenge while building a computer. If you want to see me in pain, like riding a bike on, like on stream and building a computer, I think you would enjoy watching me dying of like capsaicin pain throughout my entire body while trying to build a computer. I think you might enjoy that, okay? All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate y'all. Goodbye.